The Steele is brought to you in part by the following sponsors: Teal Realty, your hometown real estate team, and by Sage Consulting and Wealth Management, financial intelligence for living your life, and Bollinger Insurance Agency, serving the Lehigh Valley for over 50 years.
What's up, Steel Nation? I'm Nick Kessler. Along with this guy, my buddy, Brian Fulmer. And of course, let's not forget Wolfie. Together, we're on a journey exploring everything that has to do with music and food. It takes us all over the place, and we never know what we're going to run into next. But hey, this is what we're about, and this is what the Steele is all about.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. Nah, we won't mind. That sounds like a good idea. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.
Who was that, Nick?
Hey, Fulmer. That was Jimmy Sturr.
Come on.
Absolutely.
What do you want?
He wants us to come up and do a segment shoot for him.
Oh, Nick, that means I gotta shave.
That means I gotta get changed around.
We gotta go.
Hey, we're off to see the Polka King, Jimmy Sturr. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?
Nick, good to see you. How
Good to
are
see
you?
you.
Well, welcome to Florida, New York. It's a wonderful day, and I want to show you the property. We'll go inside. I'll show you inside. Something a little bit different.
Let's check it
Let's
out.
go. Follow me. Come on.
Jimmy, absolutely gorgeous view
Well,
here.
thank you. Thanks, Nick. You know, the property, of course, the barn, that's all ours, and the property, there's about 4 acres here. But more than that, if we can see behind the white fence is a cemetery.
Oh.
And behind the cemetery on the side is a big baseball field.
Oh, yeah?
And at one time, that was all our families. And the Sturr family gave the cemetery to the local church. And there's a baseball and sports complex a little bit, and in fact, it's called Sturr Memorial Park.
As soon as I heard baseball and park in the same sentence, I knew I had to check this out. So the Steel crew packed up and went to Walter R. Sturr Memorial Park. And here's the play-by-play.
Coach Fulmer is signaling for his star hitter Kessler to get him out of this jam. He runs up to the plate. Kessler stands in the box. The pitcher, Brian Miser, doesn't like the call. Kessler is batting .387 on the year with 115 RBIs. Miser likes the sign now from the catcher. And here's the windup. And the pitch. Kessler hits it deep to left field. It's out of here. The fans go crazy.
Hey, we got to get back to Jimmy's. Hey, we got a great place to start. We're here at your bar.
This is our bar, and you notice I'm an Elvis fan.
Yeah, I saw these Elvis wine models.
And you know, this house is about 125 years old, and actually one of my great-great-grandfathers built this house. And my dad was born and brought up right across the street, and when he came out of the Army and the Air Force, he bought this house, and I've lived there all my life.
Not only do we have the bar in this room, Jimmy, but we're in seems to be what you call your main hangout room.
Well, you know, this is my favorite room. You know, it's a TV room. Of course, it's, quote, a bar room. And it's got a nice, comfortable couch. And this is where I spend a lot of time.
Yeah, you know, I see a lot of the family up there. Appears to be your father. I see the service flag as well. What can you tell me?
Well, my dad was, of course, in the Air Force. He was a pilot in the Air Force. And he passed away about 2 years ago. And of course, they presented him with that American flag. My grandfather's in the middle. I graduated from a military academy, as you can see, and then went into the Army. And that's a picture of me in my military school uniform, and then, of course, in the United States Army.
Yeah, I see your plaque on the fireplace,
too. That's from Valley Forge Military Academy. They honored me here a few years back as a Man of the Year, which I was really proud of.
Now, Jimmy, I see right behind us.
Well,
I see the trophies right here, as I would like to call them. How many?
We'll have to count those. No, I count them every morning. I've been very fortunate to have won 18 Grammys, and I think I'm on the top 5 all-time Grammy list. You know what makes me most proud of these? The kind of music that I won for.
Right.
You know, everybody takes a beating with the word polka music, But you know, I'm proud. Although I'm not Polish, I'm 100% Irish. Growing up in this little village of Florida, New York, everybody's Polish. And that's how I grew up, you know, listening to polkas, our high school dances. We had polka bands play, the polka show every day on the radio. And of course, those Polish weddings, they were great. And that's how I got into that music.
Well, Jimmy, the old expression, you are what your environment is, and that's evident.
Boy, that is true here, isn't it?
Jimmy, now I have a question. I mean, 18 Grammys, absolutely incredible. Can I hold one?
Why? I got to get a shiny one here for you.
Steel Nation, I'm all nervous now.
Look at this.
It's absolutely...
First, put that up over the Elvis bottles.
Yeah, you know what, Jimmy? The first thing I'm impressed with is the actual weight of it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's got some substantial weight to it.
And you know, you can notice the smaller ones you can see up here.
I noticed.
They were the originals.
Okay.
And I think my first year might have been 1987 or something of that nature. And then they got progressively bigger and bigger, and now this is pretty much the biggest.
Yeah, man, it's absolutely. You know what? I'm going to steal the spotlight. Nick Kessler, Heavy Metal Album of the Year, goes to. I'm going to let you put that back, Jimmy.
I certainly will.
I'm going to transfer it. I want it to drop. Now, to celebrate my Album of the Year, Jimmy, can we open up this 1980 bottle of Dom?
Well, you know, that it's funny. Is that what it says, 1980?
I think
well,
it
you
does.
know, I'm very close friends with the baseball player Phil Niekro. In fact, Phil, when he was with the Yankees, stayed here at this house.
Yeah, Phil and Joe.
Right. Well, I bought a condo down in South Florida.
Right.
And it says what, 1985, I think. And Joe and Phil.
I got it, Jimmy. It says 1980.
There's well, whatever it is. Take a look at it. But anyway, the two brothers signed this and gave it to me as good luck for my new condo. So
get the heck out.
And I thought, well, that's good enough. I want to bring that home.
Jimmy, what do you say we head to the next room?
I'd love to. Come on with me. I'll show you the rest of the house.
Hey, Jimmy, I see we got a guest here, and I hear another one panning in the background.
Well, this is my buddy. This is Austin. Austin goes on the tour bus with us once in a while, and just a great dog. This is our living room where my parents and I grew up, and you know, it's a very comfortable room. I don't use it that often,
right?
But you know, once in a while, if we have guests over, I'll you know, bring them in here, and we sit here and you know, chat.
I saw a couple nice pieces in here, Jimmy. First of all, that little mini, like a little piano there. What can you tell me about that?
Well, it's about, they call it a melodeon. And it's about 275 years old.
Really?
Yeah, and like my great-great-grandmother gave it to me.
In the hallway, even getting here, Jimmy, the clock. What can you tell me about that grandfather's clock?
That grandfather clock, and I'm not sure how old that is, but it's very, very old. And I've had some of these antique dealers come in and offer me all kinds of money for it, but I think I'll hold it for now.
And where are we off to next, Jim?
Well, I want to show you a picture of my mother and father. Come on over here. They were married for 69 years. My mother's originally from Springfield, Massachusetts. Come on, let me show you some more. Another thing I do is I have my own syndicated radio show, and it's on 24 stations around the country, one of which is right in your area. And of course, they call it Sunny 1100 WGPA. And this is where I tape my radio shows. And if you notice around, I have approximately 12,000 polka albums.
What? 12,000?
I do the CDs. I probably have pretty close to 4,000 polka CDs.
Jimmy, that has to be one of the most extensive collections I've ever heard of.
It is.
Polka.
I've collected them all my life. You know, that's just me.
That's right, Steele. That is Jimmy. And we wanted to see him in action. So we packed up and left his house and headed to where he was going to play, the Vernon Valley Octoberfest. The Vernon Valley Octoberfest is located in Sussex County, New Jersey, and sees over 10,000 people in just 2 days. Just look around, Steel Nation. There were people everywhere, having fun and enjoying the beautiful fall weekend. But don't forget, we were there to see Jimmy and his orchestra. I was cranked up. Hey, there's Chris Caffrey from Sabotage and TSO. And there's Jimmy. Put them together, polka rock and roll. Coming up, the Steel crew goes on a little vacation after hanging with Jimmy and the boys at the Octoberfest.
Hello, this is Chris Caffrey, and you are watching The Steel, so if you have a stereo, turn it up. If you don't, why not?
3 blind mice, 3 wise men, and 3 peas in a pod. What do these things have in common? All good things must come in threes. Like these guys. Three Brothers Beverage, located off Blue Valley Drive in Bangor, PA, specializing in all domestic and imported beers. Now featuring a Steel Season 2 promotional package. Get 1 30-pack of Bud Light for only $21.69. Three Brothers Beverage, serving the community for over 2 decades. Offer valid through the end of March 2013.
Looking for some fun? But need a place to go? Come to the Scorecard in Wind Gap and be a part of their weekly food specials and entertainment activities. Wednesday, team trivia. Thursday, karaoke. Friday nights, live music. And on Saturdays, Jade's Lounge is open. Don't forget NFL Sundays. Watch your favorite team on any one of their 23 flat-screen TVs. The Scorecard and Wind Gap make it your next destination.